All right, y'all. Hello. What is up? My name is Melissa Bates, and Anu invited me in this group to teach y'all about storytelling and how you can truly use it to boost your sales in your coaching business. Okay, so before we start, a little bit about me. My name is Melissa Bates. I am a business coach, but before business coaching, I was a health coach. But your girl made the transition to business coaching, and it has been a beautiful space for me, and I'm excited to be here. So, my thing is all about content. I love helping people create content that truly attracts their clients and draws them into their programs. That is my jam. That is my jam. So, we are going to kind of start into this thing of storytelling. Storytelling is a way that you get to connect with your audience, as well as a way that they get to connect with you and get to learn about you. And this is where you can bring yourself into your brand, okay? Because I'm sure you've heard people say, don't talk about yourself too much. People don't want to hear about you. And it's true. People don't want to hear about you if you are not helping them. This is the real facts, okay? But storytelling allows you to bring in your story, yourself, but still bring it in a way that it benefits your freaking audience, y'all. Okay, so we are going to go into it. First, it's storytelling training. So I'm going to do a little storytelling. I am going to take you through one of my latest posts on my Instagram. So then as we go through the training, I'm going to break it up so that you can see what I'm doing, how I'm doing, because I'm about to give you all the ingredients on how to create a damn good story for your audience. Are y'all ready? Are y'all ready? Y'all better be ready. Okay, so I'm going to be reading off of my iPad. Don't mind me. I'm not ignoring you. I'm just reading off my iPad. So, here we go. My launch went down in flames. During my first ever launch in my coaching business, I eagerly jumped out of bed and opened my computer at 7 a.m. daily to check my email to see if any new discovery calls had been booked. But yet again, my inbox was empty. It was only filled with spam. My heart dropped more and more after every refresh to my inbox. I was so frustrated, and I just couldn't understand why no one wanted to join my program that I put so much heart into. What was I doing wrong? At that point, I could feel my launch going down in complete flames pretty fast. At that time, I was still a part-time English teacher, but I desperately wanted to be a full-time coach, making an impact in my desired area. Day after day, I hoped and waited for people to come my way, to jump in my program and be excited to work with me, but literally nothing. Day after day, I questioned everything about the approach to my business. I started to doubt my ability to actually becoming a full-time coach. I said to myself, well, perhaps I should just go back and be a full-time English teacher. Have you ever doubted your ability to be a coach so much that you wanted to just simply give up? But when that crossed my mind, I was standing in the kitchen, cooking dinner for my mom and I literally felt a heavy pain in my chest. I knew it was the idea of giving up on this dream. And after that moment, I told myself I wouldn't go down without a fight. And it was officially time to go all in. Prior to that moment, I was stubborn. I was a stubborn, self-taught coach with no mentors nor guidance to move forward. I questioned how people actually afforded mentors and still thought it was completely out of my budget. Till it was not. But because I made it a damn priority to get to the level that I wanted to be in my business. I sat down with myself and analyzed where Could I move money around and make this happen? Because I surely needed guidance. Please note, at that point, I had less than 3 clients. I was a part-time English teacher, and I just started caring for my mom full-time. So where the money was coming from was very questionable. But I did it. Yes, I did have to live a more minimal life, but it was worth it because I was committed to making this work for myself and my family. So I for sure signed up for business program and mentors to guide me. And guess what? I'm still here. It's still working. And now I get to create the same success for so many others. That is truly why I created my Ignite Your Business Mastermind, to take away any doubt in you, your business, and to never give up your ability to book out your programs. This program is crafted to take any guesswork out and simply scale the hell out of your business with ease. It is currently enrolling for February 2020. If this connected with you, it's time to take that next step. DM me and let's jump on a free discovery call and chat about your next step in your business. Okay, so that was my post. And I read it to you in the beginning because now as I go through my training, I'm going to break down why I took everything, why I put everything in this place, okay? So that you understand. And then after the training is over, I'm going to be dropping a PDF in the chat box under this live so that you can go through the steps as well and that you have that memory of exactly why I did it, so you can see my posts and you can break it up so that you can create your own posts. Okay, so we're about to get started. I'm gonna make sure everything's still working in this group. Hey girl, hey y'all. Let's see, I see you, girl. And Angeli, I hope I said that right. So hi to you, beautiful souls. We're about to go down in this training. Let's do it. Okay, so storytelling to boost sales. It's time to upgrade your content skills and build your authority in your coaching business. We are doing this. Okay, so hold on real quick because my hotkeys decided they did not want to work for me this time. Okay, so there we go. And there we go. Get those hotkeys in order. See, y'all, business isn't perfect, but that's okay because I'm straight up about it. All right, so the purpose of storytelling is to tell your story, build your brand, inspire, connect, and get your audience to make damn powerful shifts with your content. Storytelling is all about boosting your sales. Storytelling. We get to be honest. We get to be vulnerable. This is where you get to tell your story and allow your audience to see your transformation as well as connect with you on a deeper level. You get to share your life and turn them into lessons that you learned and can benefit your audience. So also, as we go through this, make sure if you guys have any questions, put them in the box because I will check in there. I am on 2 screens, so I will check back into the Facebook group to make sure that I answer any of your questions before I jump off of this live because I want this training to be clear AF for y'all. Okay? All right. Okay, so the overview. Clients want to be able to connect with you and know you are a real human. They want to know that you have shifted through things in your life and it's not a beautiful highlight reel. So let's get real. This is where you get to truly incorporate you and be vulnerable. So I know that there are a lot of coaches that are polished as hell, but ask yourself, do you connect with those coaches? No, probably not. You connect with the coaches that are straight up, that are real, that are not ashamed of telling you about their downfalls in their business, their downfalls with working out, their downfalls with being in their health journey. Because when it's all perfect, when you are all perfect, it makes a person feel like that's unachievable. So that's why with storytelling, that bridges the gap, okay? So even if right now You are it. You are just living the life. You are the best catch ever. Your life is just the business. But your clients are over here struggling on the struggle bus. So storytelling gets to bridge that bomb ass life with the struggle bus. So they can see they can just go over there to where you are and be living the life as well. Okay, so emotions to sell your programs. Yes, y'all. Emotions sell. I'm going to say it again. Emotions sell. When you can stir up things inside of people, that's when people start to pull out their wallet. Like, oh my God, yes, she can help me. She can help me. I need her. So, first off, most transactions are created from emotion felt by the potential client. So before we go any deeper, I want you guys to think about when you have bought something. How did it make you feel? You got excited, right? Or it was like, oh, this is really going to help me. I need to buy this. And that is the same way you are going to sell your programs. You get to create that emotion in them to allow them to know that your program is what's going to heal the hell out of them. And that's why they are going to shift into your program, okay? So, emotion is a natural, instinctive state of mind deriving from one's circumstances, moods, or relationships with others. So, how the hell do you put emotion into your content? Well, that's why we're here. That is why we're here. We are going to dive in, and I'm going to tell you the ingredients to storytelling and bringing that emotion inside of your post. Okay, so the ingredients of storytelling are catchy intro. This is your hook. This is the first sentence that your audience sees, okay? And when people are scrolling, you have to catch them. So you want to make sure that this is nice and juicy. The next one is connection point. How they can relate to you, okay? The next one is authority. This is how they will be able to view you as a leader. And then body of the post. This is the main story elements of your post. And then CTA is a call to action. This is where you are asking your audience to straight up engage with you. This is where you're asking them to take that next move, okay? So, we're going to break all these down right now. Dun, dun, dun. Hello. You ready to break it down? You ready to break it down? I'm a girl. I love transitions because I feel like when you are going through training, when you're just constantly looking at slides, you might daze off. That's why I like to surprise you and come back just to make sure y'all are awake. Okay. So, catchy intro. Hook to catch your viewer. This is where you will hook the reader or lose them. Use your audience's pain and pleasure points to draw their attention. Okay? You can create a sentence to attract their eyes, or you can pull a damn good line from your story to catch them. So, pain and pleasure points. What is the pain? What are your clients struggling with? What are your clients struggling with? Pleasure points. What do they want to achieve? Where do they want to get those? That's where you can bring them in and really catch their eye. And when I say you can create a topic or you can pull a sentence out, so either maybe you already have a juicy headline and you create your storytelling post from that, or you have no headline, and as you read your story, you pull the juiciest line out and you move it to the top to make sure your audience is going to want to read that right away, jump into it, ooze in it, all of it, okay? So I am a business coach, as you guys know, so my examples are related to the business. But you take these examples and obviously you just change them into how it affects your clientele, y'all. Okay, so examples. I scaled my biz to 6 figures in my sleep. Want to know how? I felt like a complete failure in my business today. Are you sick of not closing on sales calls? Here's how to avoid a launch disaster. Here's the roadmap to reaching 6 figures. Here are 3 tips to sign your first high ticket client. So these are examples that I know would catch my audience's eye. Okay, so if you're building a business, this is what y'all want, right? This is what you want. You want to hit those 6 figures, and I'm sure you want to do it in your sleep. Okay, so that is a catchy intro. That is your hook. That is honestly the most important thing, because if you cannot hook your readers, if you cannot hook your audience, they will not even go through your story. And it's just like a waste. So that's why it's so important to take time to make that catchy hook, to really draw your audience. I'm going to stress it. It's important as hell. Don't forget it. Don't get lazy on that hook. Okay, so next one is the connection point. So obviously, once I'll say it again, hold on real quick. I am going through the comments just to make sure there are not any questions. Storytelling in general or for business, girl, for business. Storytelling for business. Yes. Let's see. Okay. All right. I love you too, girl. All right, so I'm going to get back to it. I just wanted to go to the comments to make sure you guys are not asking any other questions. But if you are, feel free, because I will go through the questions as I continue. So connection point, how you can relate to you, how they can relate to you. This is where you allow the reader to know you were once there before and take the time to connect with them by asking a simple question, okay? So example, I didn't give up when my launches flopped. I didn't give up when my DMs went silent. I kept showing up because I couldn't even imagine another career knowing this was my dream. Are you here right now? So that is the connection. Do you feel this way? Are you vibing with this right now? And if they are vibing with it, they are going to continue reading. And that's where those are bringing emotions up in your audience as well. When they are literally reading things that they are struggling with, it is making them feel some type of way. And those are the juicy points that you want to bring out with your audience, because that makes them know, 1, she's already done it. 1, she knows what the hell's in my head. And 2, okay, this girl can probably help me. So next one is authority point. So how they can see that you are an expert and authority in your field. Showing where you made a change to level up. So I want to stress this. As you write your post, if you do not show that change, it makes them feel like you are in the same exact point as them. And they will not look at you as an authority nor a leader. So you have to make that switch in your story to show them that, yes, I was there, but I bossed the hell up, and now I am at this level. And if you want to get to this level, come and freaking join me. So that is why this transition is so freaking important. So yes, this is how they will view you as the leader, as well as here is a little example from what I read to you earlier. So what did I do that made a difference in my business from part-time to full-time? I showed the hell up. I invested in a business coach. I got social with my audience to deliver content that they would benefit from, because I knew in my heart there were people out there that needed it. And you know what? They began to show up, and I continue to as well. So that transition is like, yes, I was stuck right here, but you know what? I got my ass up and I did this to get to the point where you probably want to get to. So that is where you really put that leadership authority role in. I'm going to check the group real quick just to make sure there are no questions. Y'all still vibing with it? Okay, we are good. Okay, let's go. Let's go to the next point. All right. Yes, third authority points. Okay, make sure connection point, Good. Authority point. Good. Now we are at the body of the post. Okay? So this is the main elements of your story. This is where you can take your audience into more detail but still show up in your authority. Take your readers through a journey and help them experience with you during the post, okay? So with the body of the story, to create that, so think of it. Think of you as a child as you read a story, okay? They had so much detail that you were able to journey along with it in your mind and create that picture, okay? So the same thing for you, the same thing with business. You want to create that picture that they can see, because usually when you create that picture for them, it inserts them in it, and if it is the moment that they are going through right now, it makes it so much more powerful because it riles up the emotions, it gets them to connect with you, and it's like, damn, she is in my head. Okay, I need to reach out with her, I need to reach out to her, and I need to move forward because she knows exactly what I am feeling right now, and she has gone through it. And when it's so powerful because when a client, potential client, knows that you have been there before, that is so powerful for them. And that's why I truly, truly put storytelling on the top of my post list, because that connection is freaking priceless. That story is priceless for them because they're just like, yes, 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 and yes. I need you. I need you. I need you. And I'm telling you, it's true. It works. People come into my DMs just saying, girl, that connected with me so much. How'd you do it? And I'm like, girl, I can tell you how I did it. Of course. So that's why storytelling is beautiful in your business. Okay, now, dun, 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 we are getting to the call to action, CTA. So this is where you can connect with your audience and have them engage with you. I'm going to say it again. With any post, no matter if it's a story post or not, make sure you are putting in that CTA because you want your audience to engage with you. And even if you are not selling anything, create it back to something that relates to your post. Hey girl, are you vibing with this? Put a high five down in the comments. Or if you are struggling with this, send me a DM. I want to help you work through it. You don't have to sell everything all the time, obviously, but if you're in launch mode, then you probably will be selling. But it's just, even when you are in launch mode, not in launch mode, you always want to build those relationships with your audience. And that call to action is the powerful way that you can do it. They're like, oh, she wants to hear from me. She wants to know about me. And people want to be heard. People want to be known. It's true. It's true, y'all. You know this. So my example from earlier, and guess what? I'm still here. It's still working. And now I get to create that same, so this was my transition, that same success for so many others. That is truly why I created my Ignite Your Mind, Ignite Your Business Mastermind, to take away any doubt in you, your business, and to never give up on your ability to book out your programs. This program is crafted to take any guesswork out and simply scale the hell out of your business with ease. And this is my call to action. So I transitioned to let them know this is what it's going to do. And here's my call to action. It's currently enrolling for Feb 2020. If this connected with you, it's time to take that next leap. DM me and let's jump on a free discovery call and chat about your next step. Okay? So with the call to action, like I said, if you are launching, you can gear it towards getting people in your DMs and connecting with you. And then if you're not launching, you can just gear it towards building those relationships. Because the power of having a business and marketing yourself, what's going to make you into a true full-time business person, businesswoman, business, whatever you are, it's those relationships. Because if you don't have any relationships on the table, no one's going to buy from you. And I love to give this example, okay? So you're in a bar and someone comes up to you. So this is an example of someone that slides into your DMs and they have no idea who you are. Okay. So you're in a bar and someone comes up to you and it's like, hey, buy me a drink. And you're like, what? Buy you a drink? I don't even know you. But if you go up to someone in the bar and it's like, hey, can I buy you a drink? Depending on who it is, you're just like, oh, well, that's really kind of you. That's nice. So people want to know you are there to offer your services. You are there to help them out. And you're not just trying to shove your programs down their throat, okay? Because people don't want that. People don't want to be thrown shit at. People want to feel like you are there to help them. And that relationship that you take the time to build, that is what transitions them to your programs, to becoming your clients, to buying your products. So that relationship is freaking golden. And that was it. That was it. Storytelling to boost your sales. Also, I wanted to say, if you guys want to create a hook, or if you want to create a post, tag me at the BizWolf. Tag me at the BizWolf _, and I will give you feedback on it. Okay? So if you want to start transitioning this into your business and you want feedback, feel free to tag me, and your girl will give you some feedback on it. So like I said earlier, I am going to put a PDF after this live is all done and closed. I'm going to put it in the comments so that you guys have that PDF so you can see the whole breakdown, okay? It goes through every step, and I still have 2 posts that you can see for examples. And then, like I said, again, if you do create an example, tag your girl so I can give you some feedback. Do you have any questions? I'm going to switch over to see if y'all have any questions in the chat box. See. Yes, girl, you know it. How do you get so many ideas to create a storytelling post? Okay, got it. So, a new girl, this is just going back into you. So, depending on what type of business you have, you get to look into your life and see where you had that struggle and where you made that transition. So since we are business owners, obviously we can look into our zone as when we decided to make shifts in our business. What do we struggle with in our business? Anything that will add value to your audience. Anything that will add that value to help them make that shift. Because remember, your content is not for you. This content is not for us. This content is 100% for our audience. So we get to use the lessons that we have gone through and swam through, dug through, climbed through, any of that, and we get to use them to allow our audience to move forward. So also, when you are creating a storytelling post, always think about any post that you create. Always think about, how is my audience going to value this? What are they going to take away from this? How is this going to get them to move freaking forward right now in this moment? Okay? So yeah, just taking the time, even if you want to just brainstorm. Like, if I sit here right now, I could think about all the jobs that I did to bring in money to my business, to make that next step, to invest in those business coaches, because a lot of people go through that. A lot of people have 1 to 2, 3 jobs, trying to get their full-time, trying to make this a full-time business, but they have to go through this before. So I can tell that story of all the shit I did to get to this point. So you have tons and tons of stories inside of you. And the thing is, with your business, so even though I am a business coach, I can even take stories into mindset. Anything where I made mindset shifts. Because in business, in evolving, mindset shifts are so powerful. So, like I said, anything that will help your audience, you can turn it into a story, okay? You can turn it into a story. I can even take it to the point where it's like, before, when I struggled with bulimia and binge eating, it held me back from actually standing up in my business. And I can use that as in a story, because there might be someone out there that is still struggling with their food relationship and is trying to build a business right now. So I can connect with people by just taking my story and putting it out there and being vulnerable. And I also want to say that when you start storytelling, sometimes it gets to a point where you're like, oh, I don't know if I want to be that vulnerable. And obviously you can share whatever you want to share and not share whatever you don't want to share. But I want you guys to also note that whatever you have gone through in your life, you shouldn't be ashamed of it, because it has got you to this point and you were able to move past it. So as you put out those vulnerable ass posts and you might feel like, I don't know how people are going to take this, it doesn't matter, because as long as you are giving value to your audience, someone's going to connect with it, and you have already done that transition. So you should be damn proud that you get to share the story that you transitioned out of that point to get to the next step. So once again, your girl's going to check the, the questions. Okay. Truth bomb. Yes. Girl. Yes. Okay. So I think that's it, y'all. I don't see any questions. I think this was good. I'm glad you guys enjoyed this. Yes. Yes, yes, and yes. Okay, I'm just going to stop saying yes. Okay, so y'all, it was so nice to kind of give you guys this training. I hope you really, really valued it. And please leave any takeaways in the comments below so I know what really helped you transition and kind of get towards boosting these stories in your post and for your audience, as well as, like I said, if you do decide to make any of these posts, tag me so I can help you and kind of tweak your posts and make them even more powerful. Okay, call me the storytelling queen, y'all. Oh, a little background on me is, like I said, I was an English teacher and I freaking love writing so much. That's what I made my students do. I made them write tons and tons of essays. So when it came down to storytelling and content, it was my jam. So that's why I love it so freaking much. And if you are at a point where you have a negative context towards content creation, it's probably because you might not fully know your target audience. And I struggled with it a lot. When I did not know my target audience, I didn't know what the hell to put out there. But when you take the time to narrow down on your target audience, your content becomes so clear, y'all. It's just like, oh, I got another idea. Oh, I got another idea. So make sure that you guys take the time to know who you are speaking to and take the time to know what this post is. Why am I putting out this post? How is this bringing value to my audience? Because that's what you want to do. If you want clients, you got to bring the value. So I'm going to stop talking now because I do talk a lot, if you haven't noticed. And I'm going to say bye to y'all. And I hope you guys have an absolutely amazing day. Happy Thursday. Have a damn amazing weekend. And connect with me, y'all. And let me see them storytelling posts. Bye.